Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be showing you all another protective style that is perfect for the work week or school if you have any kids. And I am going to start off by creating a side part, and I'm going to bring that part all the way down close to the middle of my head. The reason why this part is not going to lay directly in the center is because we will have a braid that will be directly in the center of our head. If you have a handy dandy detangling brush, go ahead and bust it out because you will need it for this style. I am starting off on blow dry hair because it makes parting, in my opinion, a little bit easier and stress-free. I am going to be using this jam today just to clean up my parts a little bit to make everything look a little bit more smooth and neat. As you all can see, my first part is going away from that side part and down the length of my head, and I'm using the jam just to smoothen in on the perimeter of the entire section. I will use my small comb just to smooth the jam in. And again, this is just to make the braid look a little bit more smooth and so that it will last a little bit longer. When you start the braid for every single section, you do want to start by picking up very small pieces. You want the style to have the illusion that the braid is going from small to large, if that makes sense. So start by picking up smaller pieces and then gradually pick up more hair as you are braiding. I am doing my best to grip as tightly as possible because I want these braids to look nice and crisp, but do not braid too tightly to the point that it is uncomfortable for you. So as I am braiding my hair, there will be times where I'll pause, make sure that I am grabbing all of the edges that I can pick up, but not to the point where it is uncomfortable. And by the way, I am tender-headed, so nothing is going to be too tight for me. And after I finish doing my cornrow, I am going to plait all the way down. Once I get to the very ends, I will finish off with a 2-strand twist, and this just makes life easier for myself when it comes to taking down the style. And we will repeat this same braid going in the same direction for the second section. I will use my jam just to clean up everything, smooth it in, make sure that the braid is going to look nice and neat, and I will detangle my hair. And as you all can see here, I definitely had a few tangles because this blowout probably was like 3 days old. Yeah, I know sometimes I actually wash and blow dry my hair and I don't get to style until a few days later because I'm in this mode of living life a little bit more stress-free and not having my hair be the thing that stressed me out on a weekly basis. So again, with this hairstyle, you want to start by picking up smaller pieces and gradually pick up larger pieces as you get down the length of the braid. And if you feel like you are losing your grip or your muscles are getting a little weak, just take a pause and then resume, okay? I had to do the same thing because this is a mini workout when it comes to doing your hair. On to the third cornrow. As you all can see here, this part actually got a little bit more pointy and kind of looks like a triangle, which is totally fine because we will be implementing a very similar pattern with a little design on the other side after we finish this braid. But again, make sure that you are plaiting down the length of your hair and finishing off with a 2-strand twist. This makes sure that your plaits or cornrows do not unravel. Now moving on to the other side of my head, as you all can see here, I am going for more of a curved part, and we will be doing a little bit of braiding in my opinion, it's almost like a backwards direction, but do not freak out. It's actually very simple to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to reposition your hands and you're going to braid down using the same method you use to plait your hair. And as you are plaiting, you're just going to pick up hair and you're going to follow the direction of the hair that you have left out to be plaited. And for this style, again, you are picking up small pieces and you also are making sure that you are braiding tightly, but not to the point where it's uncomfortable. And as you all see here, I do like to do little checks for myself to make sure that it is not too tight. And I am going to do a couple of more braids in the same direction using the same parting pattern on this side of my head. have 3 braids on each side of my head. I will be having 1 braid in the middle that I am doing here to finish off the little design that I created. One thing I did want to share with you all is that braiding the hair or flat twisting when it comes to these styles is not the hard part. The hard part, in my opinion, is parting. So make sure you have enough time to part your hair, but the styling part doesn't take no time at all. And if you need to go in the bathroom, use additional mirrors, please do so, because it made life easier for me. Now to style everything up, I am going to combine all of these plaits together and do a 3-strand braid. And I am going to plait all the way down to the ends as tight as possible, but of course not to a point where it's uncomfortable. And then what I am going to do is actually tuck this entire section up under itself, and it's going to create a little pinup style with a very, very tiny ball that looks very, very effortlessly, and it also looks like it's not painful. And I'm only going to use about 2 to 3 bobby pins just to secure everything in place. Honestly, later throughout the week, I actually took 1 bobby pin out and I only had 2, and this entire style actually stayed into place because everything is just nice, neat, and put together. And of course, this is not the finished look. We have to do our edges. So I'm going to use this edge booster to spray down my edges, and then I will follow up with various sprays to make sure that my hair is moisturized, but also all of my flyaways will be laid down for a sleek final look. And of course, you cannot skip tying your hair down, okay? You all have seen me do so many protective styles, and this really, really seals the deal. You have to tie your hair down. You have to sit up under the dryer for at least 10 to 15 minutes. And once you come up from under that dryer, you are walking away with a professional looking style that honestly can last longer than a flat twist protective style. This style is super, super neat. It holds really well. And honestly, it's just a little extra pizzazz at the start of the year. As always, I hope you all enjoyed the video and found it useful. Can't wait to see you in the next one. See ya.